This happened to me in the year 2007. In the middle of Fresno, there's a special spot called Lost Lake. This place is famous for spooky stories that seem real. One day my cousin and I thought it would be cool to go there and have a good time on the water. But surprise, that day turned out to be something we won't forget easily, and not for happy reasons. The temperature of the water at Lost Lake was really, really cold, and it made us think twice about jumping in. So instead of swimming, we ended up standing on a strong rock with logs all around us. That's when I saw something interesting far away. A lady wearing beautiful Hmong clothes was walking gracefully on the surface of the water. It was like a magical moment. I quickly glanced around, thinking someone was just casually passing by and enjoying the beautiful scenery. Without paying much attention, I turned away for a brief moment. However, a strange feeling of discomfort started to creep over me. When I looked back, to my absolute horror, the woman had mysteriously appeared right behind me. Her look was not like how people usually look. Her face seemed twisted and changed, like the water had taken her a long time ago. I got really scared and couldn't move when a strong force suddenly pushed me into the deep water. I was so frightened that I started yelling for my cousin to come and help me. Fortunately, my cousin was able to help me get back up, but the scary part wasn't finished yet. I was breathing really hard, and I asked him about the strange lady who pushed me. He seemed confused and said he didn't see any women, thinking I might have just slipped. The temperature of the air started to drop, making it feel colder around me. I began to understand that I was the only person who saw the spooky figure. I felt mixed emotions of confusion and fear. I started to tell the story of the woman I saw, describing her Hmong clothes, how she seemed to be on the water in a strange way, and how frightening her appearance was. However, my cousin didn't believe me. He thought it was just a simple mistake and didn't take my encounter with the ghostly figure seriously. As we departed from Lost Lake that day, a strange sensation lingered within me. It felt like something mysterious and otherworldly had happened. When I closed my eyes at night, scary dreams filled my sleep. In those dreams, a spooky lady dressed in Hmong clothes showed up, and her face looked really weird and scary. The image of her lifeless and twisted face stayed in my mind, making it hard for me to find peace. I felt uneasy and troubled by these unsettling thoughts. As the days slowly passed, turning into weeks, I found myself thinking more and more about the mysterious woman. She seemed to stay in my thoughts, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. I kept telling myself that maybe she wasn't real, just a creation of my mind playing tricks on me, like shadows dancing on the water. However, no matter how much I tried to convince myself otherwise, the memory of our encounter remained clear and vivid, refusing to fade away. It was as if the mystery had taken root in my subconscious, becoming a lingering presence that I couldn't shake off. It became a chilling routine. Every time I closed my eyes, she was there, pushing me into the cold, unforgiving waters of Lost Lake. The nightmares persisted, gnawing at my sanity, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. To this day, the mystery woman from Lost Lake remains an unsettling presence in my dreams. Whether she was a spirit of the water or a figment of my imagination, I cannot escape the haunting memory of that day. The waters of Lost Lake, once a place of potential joy, now hold a dark secret that continues to send shivers down my spine. This happened when my family and I first came to the United States and were ready to get some air to breathe. In the lovely city of Fresno, there exists a beautiful body of water known as Avocado Lake. This lake holds a special place in the hearts of my family and me, as it has consistently been our preferred destination for a delightful retreat. The crystal clear waters, embraced by vibrant green landscapes, make it an ideal setting for a day filled with enjoyment and peaceful moments. However, to our surprise, the course of our perfect day was about to undergo an unexpected and somewhat unsettling change. On a warm summer day, we decided to spend our weekend at Avocado Lake. The sun was shining, and the lake looked inviting. Armed with excitement, we brought our swim gear, including my trusty goggles. I loved exploring the underwater world, and the lake's depths promised a fascinating adventure. As we reached the deep part of the lake, I eagerly put on my goggles, ready to discover the hidden treasures beneath. The water was crystal clear, allowing me to see up to 13 or 14 feet below. The vibrant colors of the underwater landscape mesmerized me, and I felt like I was entering a different realm. The magical moment took a surprising turn, transforming from enchanting to downright scary as I looked around. To my amazement, I spotted a lady walking beneath the water's surface. It was as if her feet were standing firmly on the bottom of the lake, just like if she were walking on solid ground. I couldn't believe my eyes. The strange and unsettling scene persisted. My heart started to beat really fast in my chest when I suddenly understood that what I was seeing just couldn't be real. You know, people can't usually walk underwater as if it's normal ground. I got really scared, and I couldn't believe my eyes as I saw this mysterious lady just casually walking under the water like I wasn't even there. It was so strange. The water, once inviting, now felt like a mysterious realm with secrets I wasn't meant to uncover. Panic set in, and I moved as quickly as I could to the surface, breaking through with gasps for air. I couldn't shake the image of the woman walking beneath the surface, defying the laws of nature. As I reached the safety of the shore, I frantically explained what I had witnessed to my family. Their expressions mirrored my initial disbelief, but the seriousness in my voice convinced them that something unsettling had occurred. We decided to leave Avocado Lake, the once charming retreat now tainted by an unexplainable and eerie encounter. Throughout the journey home, a lingering unease filled the air. We exchanged nervous glances, each of us grappling with the impossibility of what I had seen. The image of the underwater walker haunted my thoughts, leaving me with a profound sense of dread. Days turned into nights, but the memory of that fateful day lingered. I couldn't shake the feeling that Avocado Lake held secrets beyond our understanding. The incident became a topic we hesitated to discuss, as if acknowledging it would somehow invite the unexplainable into our lives. To this day, the mere mention of Avocado Lake sends shivers down our spines. The beauty that once drew us in is now overshadowed by the chilling memory of a woman defying the laws of nature beneath its surface. Some mysteries are better left untouched, and Avocado Lake remains a haunting reminder that not everything is as it seems, especially in the depths of the unknown. In the middle of Fresno, close to First and Clinton Streets, there existed a mysterious alley that became the backdrop for a spooky encounter I had when I was only 12 years old. The time was approximately 11 p.m., and I found myself walking back to my house from a friend's place. I made the choice to take a quicker path through the dimly lit and empty alleyway, setting the stage for an unsettling experience. On that dark and shadowy night, there wasn't a single light to show me where to go. As I took my steps, a weird feeling crept up on me like a mysterious friend tagging along. Whenever I spun around, there was nobody there, but a chilly breeze made me feel a little scared. Oddly, a soft voice, like that of a girl, said my name. I spun around once more and no one was there, but the voice didn't stop. It got a bit louder, telling me to stay and wait for her, but I couldn't see who it was. Feeling puzzled and scared, I started walking faster. The voice didn't stop. It kept saying my name. Along with the voice, I finally saw it. It was a lady wearing Hmong clothes in the dark, motioning for me to wait for her. I got really scared, and without thinking much, I started running because I thought it was too late for strange things like this. After running for a while, taking a moment to stop and breathe, I listened once more, and this time, the sound of my name reached me from a place hidden behind a large container for garbage. Moving slowly and carefully in that direction, I discovered her, a lady resting on the ground, surrounded by scattered rubbish. With a sad and gloomy tone in her voice, She requested my assistance, urging me to lend a helping hand by lifting her hands. Her hair was long, covering half her face, and she was still wearing the Hmong clothes. Filled with fear, I ran home as quickly as I could, my legs moving as fast as they possibly could. The memory of that scary night stayed with me for a really long time, making me think about it over and over again. It left me with a lot of questions that I couldn't find answers to, especially about the strange woman I saw in the dark alley. 10 years later, people started talking about what happened during the same time I had that strange experience. There were stories going around that the lady I saw back then had a really sad accident. They said she got hit by a car right in that same alley. It was mentioned that she was heading to join the Hmong New Year celebration when the accident happened. The shocking discovery made me feel really scared, making me remember that night I can never forget. The spooky thing that happened in the narrow path suddenly seemed even more sad and real. The lady asking for help, the cold wind, and the strange, ghostly thing I saw all became part of a sad ghost story. Even now, I can't forget the night I saw something strange in the alley near First and Clinton. It was like meeting a ghost, but it was also connected to a really sad story of someone's life ending too soon. The memory of that night stays with me, a mix of something supernatural and something really sad.